All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is October 24th, 2023. My name is John Carrigan. We're going to do the market wrap up for the BYOB trading room. I moderate the BYOB trading room. So let's take a look at the markets today. And here we are with a SPY chart. This is the daily chart. You can notice we've got lower highs and lower lows. So SPY is still in a downtrend. We have a possible 15-minute uptrend. Here on the 15-minute chart, we've got a higher low. Not quite making the higher high yet, so not quite there yet. So here's our VWAP line. You can see we got a nice clean candle over VWAP into the close here. So we got a 3/8 cross. And we're up over VWAP with a nice clean candle over the doji. On the 15-minute chart and on the 10-minute chart, you can see here's our clean candle up here. So SPY still in a downtrend, but trying to put in that 15-minute uptrend. Struggling with this top area here, right around 424.70. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. We'll look at that on the daily. So here's QQQ on the daily, making lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, slightly lower low right there, and lower high, equal low right there. So pressure's on the bulls to produce that lower low on QQQ. So the bulls got to break this downtrend line. The bears got to break this support. Hanging out here at 351. QQQ still in a downtrend. Nice candle today. Higher low, higher high. Didn't quite get the same thing out of the SPY. Today's candle for the SPY is a higher low and an equal high right there. So not too good on the SPY, but much better on the QQQ. Let's look at FNGU. Here's FNGU on the daily chart. Back out. Got lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Last lower high, we couldn't produce the lower low yet, so we'll see what happens. But pressure's on the bears to produce that lower low. Bears need to break this downtrend line. Bulls need to break the uptrend line, break this downtrend line. And bears need to break this uptrend line. So we've got a lot of consolidation happening. You can see we're in a pennant wedge pattern. And you can see we're consolidating over the 143.50 area. So here's the consolidation in FNGU. Now this is the one that moves all the markets, the SPY and the QQQ, because this is all the heavyweights in both of those indices. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at some indicators. And the first indicator is T2122. We were in the oversold zone yesterday. We popped out this morning, got into the chop zone, fell right back into the oversold zone. And from there, we've been making higher lows and higher highs. So we have a slight bullish trend happening right now on the smaller time frame. See if we can transition that into something larger. But there we are. We are in the sell area of the T2122. If we look at T2123, it's been red all day long. Although price is closing in on the trend indicator here for T2123. T2123 3-bar chart is still got a little bit of space right here between price action and the trend indicator. Still red, everything's still selling at this time. FNGU indicator, a little bit different. Had a nice rally this morning, popped up over this downtrend line, came back, transitioned under VWAP, tested the backside of this downtrend line, and now you can see we rallied up back up through VWAP and closing clean candles up over VWAP. Beautiful sign for FNGU. we do have a falling 200 coming in fast. So we'll see how how much more the bulls can get done. But started out green, midday pullback, and then finished off green. Didn't quite get the higher high yesterday, but yesterday they didn't quite get the lower low either. So we'll see what happens. There's FNGU. So let's move back and take a look at IWM. This is the Russell 2000. Still making lower highs and lower lows, lower high and lower low. So today's candle, a little doji candle here, with a higher low and an equal high. So nothing really to brag about, but you can see price action, the 3 and the 8, all still underneath our trend indicator. No sign of recovery yet on IWM. Take a look at Diamond Dow. Here's Diamond Dow putting in lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Bears got some work to do. They got another lower high to produce that lower low. So currently just consolidating here at 329. Today's candle, another little doji candle, equal high and slightly higher low. So possible new uptrend starting in the smaller time frame. We'll see what happens here for Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IYT. This is our transports. Daily chart, lower highs, lower lows. You can see the daily candle, another doji candle again today. Looks like we got dojis going all around here. So lower high, lower low. So nothing bullish yet in IYT. So transport's not looking healthy at all. SMH consolidating over the 140 level. We've got lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, equal low. So the bears got to produce that lower low. Bulls got to hold the line here at 140. So here we are with the SMH. Candle for today, slightly equal high and a higher low. Still everything underneath the trend indicator. No positive news to spin off yet. So there we go with SMH, still in a downtrend. Not making any progress yet. We almost had an uptrend going here, and then they got crushed. So let's look at XLF. It's our financials. Financials putting in a lower high and a lower low. So nothing pretty going on in the financials. We got an equal high and a squeaky higher low right there. Just barely squeaked in there. So, but financials still in a downtrend. So far on the indices, everything's in a downtrend. Nothing is looking good. The only thing that looks good is the fact that we're on kind of like major support, but that's a two-edged sword. If we break through major support, we could see some massive selling into the market. So we really don't want to see that. But we are on the edge of major support. And again, it's a double-edged sword. If we get through it, you could see a whole lot more selling. If they hold the line, that's great for the bulls. But bulls just haven't been able to get it done lately, and maybe they don't want to. So we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at USO. It's crude oil. Crude oil pulling back today, lower high, lower low. Still in an uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. Just consolidating over the $74 level right through here. UNG. UNG got an afternoon lift here with a higher low and a higher high. Still underneath our trend indicator. Still in an uptrend with a higher low and a higher high. Kind of a violent pullback, really deep, all the way back to this uptrend line. We'll see if they can bounce back up over this trend indicator and move back up towards the midpoint of this pullback. So we'll see what happens there. So there's UNG. Now let's take a look at silver. So here's silver. Silver's still in a downtrend, but really challenging that recent high they made. So we've got lower highs and lower lows, and we've got a equal high. So it's up to the bulls if they want to blast through here and produce another higher. Continue this trend up through here and reverse things. Right now, silver's still in a downtrend. So there's silver. So let's take a look at gold. I guess all the guys are telling me that everyone in the room's telling me I won the contest. It's kind of cool. It feels good to win. I'll show you what happened here if I can share it. Right there. This is them telling me I won the contest for Rick, but I'm not eligible because I'm also a moderator. I get it. And I'd like it to go to somebody else anyway, so that's kind of cool. So thank you, everyone. So here's gold, still in a downtrend. As soon as it makes that, definitely got the higher high. As soon as it cuts out that higher low, gold will have that new uptrend have started. So here's the downtrend line, and you can see the consolidation over the midpoint. So here is the downtrend line, and you can see the bulls broke that downtrend line. So that's pretty cool there for GLD. See how far they're going to pull back, maybe to the 180 level and bounce up higher from there. So we'll see what happens. I think gold is just kind of popping right now because of the geopolitical risks, events happening over in the Middle East. And everyone's thinking like, well, this is the safe haven is to go to gold. And it usually is, but I think it will eventually normalize as long as other countries don't get entered into this conflict. I think it will normalize and come right back to 176 area. We'll see what happens there. So that's the markets. Let's take a look at what we got today. Is we got some earnings. And Alan shared the earnings with us, and I'll share them with you because Alan did it. So Alan says Alphabet revenues beat, Alphabet earnings per share beats, Microsoft revenue beats, and Microsoft earnings per share beats. So that'll definitely give the market some lift tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Alan, for sharing that. As always, I'm so glad I can count on you to share that. That's beautiful. Thank you. So we could see some lift in the aftermarkets here for SPY, QQQ, FNGU. I think that was a lot of what the rally was anticipating was good earnings here because we did have quite a decent rally going into the close. If you look at SPY, I mean, we rallied up. Here's the 10-minute chart. So here's SPY on the 10-minute. We only paused for a couple red candles here, and then we ripped right through the VWAP, and we're back up here. So you can see a lot of anticipation on good numbers for, well, those large cap stocks. I think between the two of them, I think they add up to about $6 or $7 trillion in market cap. So it's nice to see those not fall back. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. I think we get a nice big lift tomorrow. I think we'll find ourselves up over, oh gosh, probably up over 426 at least, I think. We'll see what happens, all right? We got some more earnings coming in tomorrow. But that's it right now for me for today. If we look at the dollar index, let me see if I can dig that out for you. And here's the dollar index, and that's not the dollar index. This is the dollar index. All right, here's dollar index, a daily chart of the U.S. dollar index. Here's the rally from July all the way up, and you can see it's consolidating over the 105.50 level, and you can see a nice bullish engulfing candle today back up at the midpoint here. So it's been waffling around between Well, 105.50 and 107.40, 107.30. So just more consolidation right through there. All right, so I'll see everybody tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. What a day today. Let me just say this. Yesterday I had no internet, okay? And then this morning I had super fast internet. I was ready to go. I was already ready to go. And get this, the power went out on the whole street. Crazy. When it rains, it pours here in Cape Coral. That's the truth. We've been known to get a hurricane or two. So there you go. All right, so I'll see everybody tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow we begin a new day. Thank you all for being here. Everybody out there in YouTube land, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful evening.